Welcome back for continued coverage of the NBA playoffs here on NBA 2K14. Last episode here in game number 3, you see the Indiana Pacers defeat the New York Knicks by double digit 10 points, 113 to 103. Paul George got 30 points, 9 assists, Danny Granger 23 points. On the other hand, for the New York Knicks, J.R. Smith got 19 points, Raymond Felton 14, Iman Shumpert and Amari Stoudemire both 11 points. Tyson Chandler and Carmelo Anthony are only 10 points, and the rest were New York Knicks. And the rest of the Indiana Pacers are Paul George, Danny Granger, George Hill, C.J. Watson, and Lance Davidson, and the rest of the Indiana Pacers, as the Pacers take a 2-1 lead, but the Knicks still lead the series 2-1. So here's the Rockets here in the NBA Playoff 3, as now the series is down. Here we go, half, not yet, so we'll continue to wrap up the last two, and we're going to head in Game 4 tomorrow night. So, Game 3, we are moments away here from Verizon Center in Washington between the 3-6 matchup, where the series is tied 1-1, as Josh Smith of Detroit Pistons take on John Wall of the Washington Wizards, with the series is tied 1-1. With the winner, we're going to have the chance to get the 2-1 edge. So for this game, the Pistons going to use the blue jersey and the Wizards going to use the white. So for now, we're going to send in Kevin Harlan out here in Verizon Center in DC. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy the video. Now, here in DC. Enjoy!
Hi and welcome. This is Damon Bruce and you're watching 2K Sports. The first round of the NBA playoffs continue as we take you east. It's the Detroit Pistons going up against the Washington Wizards. The NBA on 2K Sports.
All systems go. The Wizards are primed and ready to play. The Verizon Center filled to capacity. Welcome everyone to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. They're all tied at 1-1. If the first two games have been any indication, we should be in for a great series. This is Kevin Harlan along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Great to have you with us. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. Someone will be keeping an eye on Andre Drummond.
A lot of blocking shots. It's his instincts, and you either have them or you don't. Seems to me that Drummond has them. And you see the way he times that block perfectly, really coming over from the weak side in particular and protecting the basket.
Well, he just does some things on defense that can take your breath away, quite honestly. His athleticism is jaw-dropping. But he has a knack for timing things up as far as blocking shots, too.
Take a look at the Wizards. They managed to take one game on the road. Now the challenge to take care of business on their home court.
Well, being on the road for the first two games, realistically, you're hoping for a split. So I'm sure they're happy with where they stand right now. They've stolen home court advantage, and now they just need to hang on to it.
Yeah, Steve, that's easier talked than walked. Despite getting that split, I still have them as the underdog in this series. I mean, it's a very good team they're up against, and they're not just going to roll over either.
And so it's Washington with it. It's a three-point game. They look to start a new streak after losing on Monday.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher, mentally and physically, if you're going to win on the road. Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Wall against Jennings. Wall, that's good.
Still let down, but with no defense anywhere near him, he might as well just go straight up. He need to fade away.
Jennings against Wall. It's Jennings with the drive. Rejected by Wall. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. Getting home court advantage back is what makes this game absolutely critical in his opinion. He said, the guys know what we have to do. We're determined to regain the advantage that we had worked so hard to get in the regular season. It was easy to see just how important this game is to him, and history tells us to all teams can.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
Red hot, right out of the gate. 4 for 4 shooting.
Up top, Jennings, covered by Wall. Nice shot by Smith.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Wall gets a screen from Serafin. Jennings against Wall. He dishes it to Porter. He kicks it to Beal. Serafin somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
Jennings dishes to Drummond. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Chris Singleton is checked in for Nene. Webster comes in for Porter. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Maynard in for John Wall. Now here's Ariza. Now the feed to Maynard. That 3 off the mark. Pistons trailed by 4. Here's Jennings. That's good. 1:58 left here in the opening quarter. Ariza against Hamilton. Ariza with the bucket. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Jennings kicks to Hamilton. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 3 assists in the game.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball. And he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Yeah, guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
And the Pistons making a change here. Jerebko's checked in. The shot's good from Bynum. Washington's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Maynard the pass to Vesely. And stolen by Billups. Here's Jerebko. Oh, and that one, no. Powered it down.
Boy, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just a tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Washington shooting their first free throw of the game right now. The Pistons making a change here. Here's Billups. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. He passes to Bynum. Dishes it to Jerebko. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Wizards have gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Bynum. Temple gets the bucket.
That's such a heel shot, that floater over the top.
The Pistons trail. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And the pass to Caldwell Pope. Feeds it to Jerebko. The Pistons working the ball around now. Billups goes in. Villanueva gets the bucket.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. I love that, and you got to think the coaching staff does too.
He's foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Charlie Villanueva.
They got right to the rim, but got hammered once he got there by the defense.
But that was a nice job taking it strong and forcing his way to the line. Well done.
The Wizards have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Up free throw good from Singleton. The Pistons making a change here. So Singleton nails both of them. 11 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Siva. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Now, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here's Temple. Got it off in time.
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing for the team that gives up a shot like that to close out a quarter.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Wizards out front, up by 1. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center.
First round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls hit the road for a duel with the Atlanta Hawks this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
And we're set to get started again for the next bit of action in this Game 3. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
And I thought the key in that first quarter was the offensive aggressiveness. They attacked the rim and got to the foul line.
And I sense they're really feeling good about playing at home, taking advantage of the home court.
On the court for the Pistons, they've got Greg Monroe, Jonas Jerebko out there with Caldwell Pope. Then there's Rodney Stuckey, and it's Siva in at the point.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yep, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Gets it to go. Temple's got 7.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Monroe's shot is good.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically laying.
Yeah, they got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Pass to Jerebko. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Kicks to Jerebko. Back to Stuckey. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Detroit. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
And we still aren't halfway through this contest yet.
Yeah, that number could easily go up to double digits before this game is over.
And the Wizards making a change here. Outside, Wall. Wall gets a screen from Serafin. Wall dishes to Serafin. Frees off the pick and hammers it home.
The oldest players in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right, a terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? It's fun to watch.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. There's the dish to Jerebko. And another 3 for Detroit.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Outside, Wall. a feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Wall's got his second basket of the game.
A little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
This is it to Monroe. Stolen by Seraphin. And Wall. Here we go. And the dunk to finish it off.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
Big front power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Urebko kicks to Stuckey. He feeds it to Urebko. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Urebko's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, as athletic as the players are in this league, Kevin, John Wall, I think, is one of the best. I mean, he's so strong for a guy that size. Blazing speed, incredible quickness. So he can blow by defenders and get right into the lane.
Steve, it's almost unfair to see how easily he makes the most of his athleticism, isn't it? My goodness. I mean, not only can he run for days, but he looks like a cat out there the way he's able to twist and turn through traffic.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Hamilton. It's back to Jennings. He kicks to Villanueva. Hits the three-point bomb. Villanueva's got 5 points so far.
Boy, when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like he can, what a huge bonus that is.
Tremendous stuff from the guy Clark we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
Here's Hamilton. Another three for Detroit. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
Steve, so close.
Well, such a seesaw affair back and forth. And this has been an unbelievable game to watch. This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
And here we go. Jennings with nobody back. And that one's good. And the Pistons lead by 2.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Wall against Jennings. Lets the three fly. And again, Washington with the triple.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Well, this is a good chance to check out some of the regular season's league leaders. Let's look at this year's top free throw shooting 2 guards. And you look at Hamilton, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line and it's nearly automatic.
Well, one of the benefits of being such a great foul shooter is that it enables him to be even more aggressive than he normally would be offensively.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, it causes defenders to give him more room than maybe they would otherwise.
Drummond passes to Jennings, and he's going in for the alley-oop. And Drummond throws it down.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He has absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Wall against Jennings. Wall, that's good. Wall's got 16.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Wall with the steal. And here we go, the Wizards' fast break. He dishes it to Beal. There's the feed to Porter. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce back.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And here is Billups. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Knocks down the three ball. Three-pointer. That's good from Ariza. And the assist from Chris Singleton. And it's 8 points for Ariza. And we're through 2 here in a good one. Wizards lead by 3. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
What unbelievable postseason action we've got going on so far. This is 2K Sports as we get deeper into round 1 of the playoffs. A tightly contested game for the Wizards up against the Detroit Pistons. They're looking to get back to their winning ways in today's game and work a 2-1 lead in this series. The first half for John Wall, fantastic. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? And for Detroit's angle, they've been grinding away. Wiping the glass defensively. Look, no streaks. They're preventing any second chance opportunities. Some great work out there by Brandon Jennings. He's picked up 4 points, and he's also made plays for others, showing his court vision definitively in this one. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, take it away.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1 in the NBA playoffs.
Well, how about John Wall in this one? 16 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
Yeah, it is a nice number. He's taken it upon himself to really find his teammates and to get this offense going.
Bradley Beal and Otto Porter Jr. are the wingmen. Kevin Seraphin is out there with Nene, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Hamilton kicks to Drummond. A beautiful reverse layup. Drummond's got the first bucket of the third here for the Pistons.
Oh, he got him. Gorgeous reverse.
Here's Wall, and the Wizards getting another bucket right here. And so it's Detroit with the ball. They trail by 3. Wall with the steal. Leads him in there. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Boy, that was impressive, Paul. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Free throw, no good for Beal. Pistons trailed by 5. Dishes to Jennings. Rejected by Beal. Jennings against Wall. The pass to Porter. At the Wall. Beal. And that comes up the assist by John Wall. 10 points here for Beal.
Well, Kevin, probably his greatest value lies in his tremendous three-point shooting. He's out on the perimeter. It gives them the ability to really stretch the defense out.
And Steve, just like you, when you shot, you had a favorite spot on the floor when you played. His favorite spot seems to be that 3 from the corner.
Yeah.
While we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best rebounding teams in the regular season. Number 1, the Wizards.
What a tremendous regular season for them on the board. I mean, they never seemed to fade during long games and kept grabbing rebounds until the final whistle. They played 48 minutes of basketball, and they'll expect to do the same thing here in the postseason.
Chauncey Billups is checked in for Richard Hamilton. Beal dishes to Porter. He passes to Monet. And it's good. Through contact, hits the shot and go to the free throw line.
4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Chris Singleton, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Webster comes in for Porter. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Mena in for John Wall. And there's the call on the net. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
And the Pistons making a change here. Hamilton's checked in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pulls up on the elbow. Good on the shot. Hamilton's got his third basket of the night right there.
The second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Reza passes to Maynard. And there's a whistle that goes on Will Bynum. That is his first foul of the game. Detroit on D. 6-point game.
Good. I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off, but it's come out blazing in the second half. That's 5 straight makes.
And it's Hamilton that time on the assist by Phillips. Hamilton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Here's Silverfield. He takes the feed in stride and swings it home.
He always knows where his teammates want to be. Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight. Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Pistons. That free throw, good from Serafin. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Phillips attacking. That's blocked. Now Webster feeds it to Singleton. Wizards passing it around. Ariza outside. Fires the 3. The basket good off the assist from Maynard. 14 points for Ariza.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Yeah, nice body control. They're narrowly missing the shot. Would have been a 3-point play.
Had a free look at it after the foul. Nice play.
For Detroit, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. For the Pistons, Craig Monroe. He's checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's Jennings in for Chauncey Billups.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Ariza kicks to Singleton. That's good. Singleton's got 6.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
They double him with Singleton. Jennings against Ariza. Ariza and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Washington now. Singleton dishes to Ariza. Kicks it to Singleton. Pass to Maynard. Webster covered by Hamilton. And the basket by Webster. And the Wizards lead by 15.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Hamilton kicks to Monroe. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Monroe's got 6.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
The dish to Serafin. It's going to be a goal-tending ball here, so they'll count the bucket.
We thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. .51 seconds left in the third. Phillips kicks to Jennings. Smith. And they will get the basket here, folks. As they rule goaltending.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
All with it, Phillips picks him up defensively. And again, Washington with the triple.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
Monroe with the slam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope, his only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
Rejected down by Temple. Jennings with the steal. Rejected by Porter. Here's Beal. Buried it just in the nick of time.
Sure did. Right on cue. Man, was that major drama. He loves those situations, though.
Boy, that was big time. Knew exactly how much time he had left, squared up, and let it fly.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Wizards out front, up by 16. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center.
First round of the Eastern Conference Playoffs. The Atlanta Hawks take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. Catch the action next Sunday night.
Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round 1 playoff matchup. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Washington?
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good crisp passes.
Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Detroit, looking at who they picked. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Then there's Richard Hamilton. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. And it's Siva in at the point.
The defense played him close on that one, but he just would not be denied. Aggressive move for the score.
And the Wizards making a change here. Seraphin's check in. Pistons trailed by 17. Here's Siva. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Wide open. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
All with it. He's picked up by Drummond. And Wall kicks to the net. And stolen by Hamilton. And here's the break. Here's Siva. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Heads-up play on both ends there. Transition basketball, the steal and the quick push.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean, rapid-fire basketball.
Stuckey against Beal. Good. And the Wizards lead by 15. Now a timeout called by Detroit. And look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, head coach of the Pistons had some words for his team over the break. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
It's back to Jennings. Detroit, no good that time either.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there, challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense.
Here's Ariza. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot. So he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
At the line for your Wizards, Trevor Ariza. At the line for one.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Smith on the wing. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Wizards leading by 19. Outside, Wall. Takes it off the glass. Wall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
It's Rip Hamilton on the wing. It's up a 3. Gets it to go.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Here's Beal. And they're going to drop the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Porter's checked in for the Wizards. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Jennings. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Ball passes to Beal. Back to Wall. Outside for Beal. Pocket 6. Here's Porter. Gets to the corner and buries it. And the Wizards lead by 21.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak. That's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Hamilton dishes to Jennings. The 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Ball against Jennings. Fires from deep. And that is good. That's now 26 points for John Wall.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Stolen by Nene. Outside, Wall. From downtown. And again, Washington with the triple.
I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Here's Drummond. Second chance effort, and Monroe puts it in. Monroe's got 4 points this quarter.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Wall, that's good.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
For the Pistons. There's 49 seconds left in the game. Throws it up high, and Smith with the stop.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it. Gets an exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, it was nice. Just a gorgeous assist.
Back to Ariza. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That's blocked by Uretko. Now, here's Vesely. Maynard kicks to Ariza. And again, Washington with the triple.
they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
The shot's good from Jerebko.
Boy, Will Bynum certainly can pass the on.
Here's Maynard. Can't connect. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and Lakers did one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Now, that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching our coverage of the first round of the NBA playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Holland saying so long. We leave you now with our Jordan Player of the Game.
Dominated here in game number 3. Another dominated by 26 points. And the largest victory here in playoff series belongs to the Washington Wizards as they take a lead still for Washington fans 2-1 in the series over the 3-seed Detroit Pistons. John Wall got 32 points, 9 assists, Trevor Ariza 25, Josh Smith, Richard Hamilton, actually they're seed. So for the Washington Wizards, when John Wall 32 points, Trevor Ariza 25, Bradley Beal 17, Temple 7, 10, and the rest of the Washington Wizards, and followed by the Detroit Pistons, Josh Smith, Sherwood, Reed Hamilton 13 points, Dennis Jerebko, and Drake Maron 12, and Jennings is only 11 and 10 assists. So the rest of the Detroit Pistons, you see Andre Drummond only has 9 points, Chauncey Billups only 3. That was the fewest points for the Detroit Pistons that ever have to here in the playoffs. As the Washington Wizards are now taking commanding, still leading the series 2-1. And I will wrap up here in game number 3 here now. Second game, we're off to Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Game 3, second game of the day, featuring the 2-7 matchup in the East continues roll on. And today, game number 3, we're on to Atlanta, Georgia, and Phillips Arena. Tonight, game 3 between the 2-7 matchup. The Chicago Bulls, led by Derrick Rose, take on the 7th seed Atlanta Hawks, led by Paul Millsap, with the winner once again with a chance of commanding to go for 2-1 edge in the series. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. What a dominate night here in Washington as the Wizards win here 116-90. 116-90. This is Andre Kenshin. Say so long from Verizon Center in DC. We'll see you later for the second game here in Phillips Arena for Chicago Bulls and the Atlanta Hawks. Sign out and peace out. Goodbye, and reminder, we'll see you later for game 3 of the second game here in the playoffs continues in the Eastern Conference first round. Wrap up in game 3 here in Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia for the 2-seed Chicago Bulls and the 7th-seed Atlanta Hawks. I'm out and peace out. Goodbye, and we'll see you later.